Good morning, everyone. Well, yet another warm day across southern Wisconsin. Instead of seeing high temperatures in the low 50s, where we typically are for the start of November, high temperatures today mainly in the low 70s. Some might just top out in the upper 60s. Some might reach the mid 70s. But I do think low 70s are going to be most common. Our record highs are in the mid 70s. So it looks like we're just going to miss our record highs, but temperatures way warmer than we typically are this time of year. Mostly sunny skies this morning, partly cloudy in the afternoon, but still no chance of rain. Now it is going to get windy this afternoon. I think gusts are going to reach around 35 miles per hour in many locations. We might even see a few spots with gusts reaching up to around 40 miles per hour this afternoon. So that's the only negative day, the strong wind gusts, but we will absolutely take these temperatures. Now, the earliest we could see a couple of showers pop up in the western part of the area is 10 o'clock this evening. So even the very early evening hours look completely dry. And I still got to say, even at 10 o'clock, I think the vast majority of us are going to be dry. Now, the winds are going to come down once the sun sets, but it's going to be staying breezy tonight. And then it's going to stay breezy throughout the day tomorrow as well. But let's talk about temperatures at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Look at this. We should be in the mid 30s around 7 a.m. this time of year. Instead, look how most of us are going to be in the low 60s at 7 a.m. Friday morning. It's remarkable. Now notice how the rain will have started to spread in. Again, it's going to be a struggle for the rain to move in tonight. Just gradually seeing more isolated showers pop up in more locations. I think Racine, Kenosha probably going to stay completely dry, though, tonight and even early tomorrow morning. So the chance of rain for the morning commute is there for the central and western part of the area. But some gaps, you might get lucky even in the Madison area and have a dry morning commute. But I do need to mention the chance of rain. Now, tomorrow is a tricky temperature forecast because a cold front is going to be pushing in. So keep an eye on how temperatures are going to vary across the area. Here we are at 10 a.m. and notice still dry in the eastern part of the area and the rain chance limited to the central and western part of the area. But look at that temperature in Viroqua at 52, Madison 62, and Kenosha 63. So the tricky part of this forecast is somewhere this front is going to stall out over us. But where exactly is it going to stall out? Well, I'm giving you the best estimate that we have right now because this front is going to start to move in, but in the early afternoon, stalling out. So notice that finally in the afternoon, the rain will start to move in to the eastern part of the area. We're seeing Kenosha, the opportunity coming in there, but just isolated showers. Notice it doesn't look super wet, even though that front is going to be right over us. It doesn't look like the rain chances are really going to pick up until we get into the evening hours on Friday. And let's talk about the variation in temperatures that we're going to see on Friday. So the big takeaway is everybody's going to be cooler Friday than today. We're saying goodbye to the 70s, but some might get pretty close to 70 degrees in the southeastern part of the area. Look how we're talking about high temperatures mid to upper 60s. Around Madison right now, looking like the low 60s, but look at Viroqua. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sitting around 46. So yes, right now it's looking like we can see a 20-degree temperature variation across southern Wisconsin Friday afternoon. By the way, still going to be breezy Friday afternoon, but notice at 4 o'clock, still not a lot going on. Still talking about isolated activity, but I do have to mention that during the early evening hours, the rain chances are going to be increasing. Now, the thing is, it's going to very much depend on where this front stalls out because there's probably going to be a lot of rain along this stall down front, but not so much where the front doesn't quite move in. So I do have to say that the northwestern part of the area, the farther north and west you live, the wetter it's looking for late Friday afternoon and into Friday evening versus the farther south and east you live, the drier it's looking for Friday evening plans. And Madison right now got in that transition zone. And notice, got to mention that not only are we talking about it's probably going to be mostly showers, but there's the possibility of some thunderstorms with some heavy rain and lightning as well. But notice how at 10 o'clock it kind of backs off again. Again, this front really struggling to push across the area. And it's still going to be breezy Friday evening as well. And I think finally, very late Friday night after midnight, it's going to start moving again, this stalled out front, and will be slowly working over us during the overnight hours and Saturday morning. But we may not see the last of the showers completely exit the area until very early Saturday evening. So rain chances definitely continuing for Saturday as well and looking pretty windy as well. Of course, I'll give you an update on all rain chances and where this front ultimately stalls out tomorrow morning.